What's up, y'all? It's Brandon from Flesh and Blood Brothers, and I got you guys a sweet Dromai deck that I've been working on. This deck has no Phantasm, so you do not need the Phantasmal Footsteps. There is not a single Phantasm attack in this deck. This is all about swarming the board with Ashwings and Dragons. It's just a complete board swarm. I don't know how good it is. Still testing it and playing it out. But if you want to play Dromai and you just want a bunch of dragons on the field at all times, this list will get you there. So, starting with obviously Dromai and the Storm of Sandikai weapon, I chose the Skull Cap and Flameskull Furnace. Ghostly Touch in the sideboard for Guardian and Brute. Anything that runs an excessive amount of 6 attacks to pop with Phantasm. Silent Stilettos, Silken Form, and Time Skippers. So, most of the time you'll be running Silken Form. It has Quell 1, and then as an instant you can transform an Ash into an Aether Ashwing. And whether you play the Stilettos and Time Skippers is really up to you. Stilettos is more reactive, so when they pop a dragon, you can pay 3 and you gain an action point back. Or with Time Skippers, you can be proactive and say, okay, I'm going to pay this blue, and I'm going to have 2 action points. So if they pop 1 dragon, you still have an action point left to still continue the go again frenzy. So, and the both of these in a pinch can create 3 ash when you pitch 3 reds. Flameskull Furnace is going to be your ash machine. We're going to be pitching red cards, preferably 2 to 3 per turn, and just really getting value out of that furnace, really pumping it out and creating ash. So without further ado, we got 3 Billowing Mirage. When you attack with Billowing Mirage, you transform 1 ash into an Aether Ashwing, go again. So it costs 1, you pitch a red, create an ash, make an Ashwing, attack for 3. It's a red with go again, so your dragons are just on that go again level. So again, whenever you play a red card with go again, all of your dragons will have go again for the turn. So burn them all, cost 0. It's a red with go again, and it adds 1 arcane damage to the first dragon attack each turn. So if you have 3 of these, your first dragon will have 3 instances of 1 arcane damage attached to it. So burn them all is a crazy card, and it's sick. Now, Dustup is a card that not a lot of people run in Classic Constructed, but again, this is a 0 Phantasm list. So this is useful when you use your Time Skippers. You can play a Dustup, that's a red, it doesn't have go again, but you have 2 action points. So you can play Dustup for free, and then start go again with all your Dragons and Ashwings. So Dustup is a 0 cost attack for 4, and when it hits, you create an Ash token and transform an Ash you control into an Aether Ashwing, and it blocks for 3. So we run 3 red and 3 blue. 3 Fate Foreseen. You opt 1. That's very useful for your Dominia and Optimai dragons, because you want to make sure a red card is on top of your deck. And if it's not, you can put it to the bottom. So instead of Erase Face, I have 3 Fyendal's Fighting Spirit. So you can also call this like a budget build. The only thing expensive is the Flameskull Furnace. The rest of it is very cheap and easy to procure. So Fyendal's Fighting Spirit is a rare in Uprising. It has 7 attacks, so it can pop Phantasm and even certain Heralds from Prism that give defending attacks minus attack power. So you can pop a Phantasm, stop a Dromai dragons from getting go again, and also when you defend with it, if you have less life, you gain a life. So that's really good to survive the game. And now you're going to run 3 Invoke Azvolai, that's your arcane damage dragon. 3 Invoke Cromai, that's your action point dragon. 2 Nekria, that dragon creates ash as it is damaged or gives damage. Dominia is your legendary dragon that banishes cards from your opponent's hand. Dracona Optimai is the dragon that can deal up to, it does 6 physical and up to 6 arcane damage every time it attacks. It's crazy. 3 Invoke Kyloria, people call this a snatch dragon. You either steal an item or draw a card. 3 Invoke Miragai gives your first dragon attack. Your first dragon attack cannot gain Phantasm. So when Miragai is on the field, you can swing that first dragon worry free that it's not going to get popped, so you can swing with your big ass ones if they're out on the field. 2, lead the charge. Now lead the charge is amazing in this deck because it's a 0 with Go Again, and you also gain an action point whenever you play any card after it. So you can lead the charge and Dustup, gain the action point back, and then start your Dragon Assault. So lead the charge is very versatile. Could be a case for 3 in here somewhere. Invoke Ouvia, that turns your Ash into an Ashwing at the beginning of every turn. Themai disallows your opponent from playing cards on your turn. Tomeltai, legendary dragon that melts armor. Yendurai, it's 3 attack, 3 defense, and it has an endurance counter worth 3 damage, so you have to do 2 separate 3 damage attacks to kill it. 3 sand cover, it turns an Ash into a protection shield for 4 damage to your hero. And if you have nothing else to play, if this is the only thing in your hand, you can play it on your turn, give an Ash ward 4, and then all your dragons have Go Again because you played a red card that turn, and it's an instant speed, so it doesn't use your action point. Rake the Embers, we run 3 red and 3 yellow. So what Rake the Embers does is it creates an Ash token, and it creates 3 Ashwings on the red and 2 Ashwings on the yellow. So Rake the Embers red is huge. It's going to give you 3 Ashwings, and they're all going to have Go Again, and it's going to be a frenzy. Yellow Rake the Embers, you can play this and then a red card and then start your Dragon Frenzy. But yeah, we want to swarm the board with Ashwings. 3 Oasis Respite. In red, this card is busted. You pitch a red because it costs 1, create an Ash, prevent 4 damage to your hero, and if you have less life than the other person's hero, then you gain a life. It's just insane. 3 Sigil of Solace, gain 3 life. So on defense, you can use this if like you were to die. You can instant speed, not die. But again, like sand cover, you can play it on your turn. If you have nothing else in your hand, you can play Sigil of Solace as an instant. It's a red. So you've played a red card this turn, so all your dragons have Go Again. Skittering Sands, 2 of these, red. Transform a target Ash you control into an Ashwing. It gains +3 attack to the end of the turn, so it swings for 4 damage. Go Again. So all your dragons will have Go Again. 3 blue Passing Mirage. Good to pitch blues when you need them. And the first Illusionist, attack. So you're just like Miragai. If Miragai's not in the field and this is, your first dragon attack each turn will not have Phantasm. So you can swing your big dragons without worrying about them getting popped by being defended with a 6 attack. Sweeping Blow. 3 red, 3 blue. The red is 1 cost, 3 damage, 3 block. When you attack with it, you create an Ash and you Go Again. So again, you played a red Go Again, you're off to the races. And finally, Red Hot. So imagine this. At my local game store yesterday, I saw a Dromai player with 13 Ashwings on the field. Now, let's say you have 13 Ashwings with Go Again. That's not only is that 13 damage, but that's 13 Draconic chain links. And then when you play Red Hot, add chain link number 14, you're gonna reveal the top 14 cards of your deck, and you're gonna deal damage, not arcane damage, just damage to the opponent. So not only did you do 13 individual ones with your Ashwings, at the end of it, you're going to deal anywhere from 7 to 14 damage to the opponent. So Red Hot, pitch it early, let it come back to you because you're going to be grinding out the game with all your life in these dragons, and you're just going to seal the game right there. You're just going to spit a big ball of fire at your opponent. It's going to be very satisfying and very fun. So obviously this is not the most tournament, road to nationals, pro tour, it doesn't have a race face, no command and conquer or anything like that. But if you can pick up a Flamescale Furnace, all these cards are very, very cheap and very, very affordable. You can throw this together and just swarm your opponent with Ashwings and dragons. They'll have no idea what's going on. So give this list a try if you're thinking about playing Dromai and you don't want to spend a lot of money. Let me know what you think of the build. Again, the name of the game is playing reds with Go Again and swinging with massive amounts of dragons, massive amounts of Ashwings. Yeah, the board's just going to be insane. So, hope you all enjoying Uprising. I've been playing a lot of fun, or I've been having a lot of fun. Been playing a lot of draft events lately. I played another draft event last night, and I have a big Road to Nationals event this Saturday in St. Louis. So I'm looking very forward to that. That is a draft event, and the top 4 get invited to the national tournament. So I'll share this deck list with you. It'll be in the description of this video. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at Viking Tarot. My brother is at Collision.1. I'll have that in the description as well. I've been having a lot of fun getting to know the Flesh and Blood community on Twitter. I'm kind of a boomer. I never really used Twitter until like a few weeks ago. So I've been having a lot of fun meeting all the content creators and all the players and the people that love Flesh and Blood. So let me know what you think of this list and give it a try for yourself. And me and my brother got some gameplay videos on the horizon to put on the channel, so I'm excited to play against him and show you guys what it's all about. So I'll see you in the next video.